The Lord is our shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh I like down in a green pasture. Yes, him leadeth I beside still water them. Him restoreth I soul. Him leadeth I in the path of righteousness for him name's sake. Yea! Though I rasta, I will walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I can't fear no evil. For thy rod and thy staff them comforted I and I. Who prepare a table before I. In the presence of our enemy them. Who anointed I head with no oil. The cup runneth over. Surely, goodness and mercy. I go follow I, all the days of I life. Me I go dwell in the house of the Lord God. Jah, kadema we gromabe. How my house of Lisa? I don't know what to. It was simply a four. How I tell you more? Oh, you all along. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo, where we speak truth to power. Now here we don't criticize, but if we must, it would only be on one condition, to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. Again here, we are not neutral, and we have never claimed to be. Oh yes, we have taken sides, the side of the truth. That is why we are called the headquarters of the truth. And my name, Black Rasta. Now, in every traditional African home, there is a black pot. And each time this black pot sits on the fire, there is something super sumptuous cooking. Ingredients of so many different types, shapes and sizes, aromas and even flavors. Put aside all their differences and relocate into the black pot, where they are subjected to some really good amount of heating. At the end of the day, they produce sumptuous food. And all this palatability for the nourishment of the family in its whole entirety. That is what we literally do here. We pick up ideas from all walks of life, all and sundry, the rank and file of our people, right from the crowns of their heads all the way down to the soles of their feet. And we subject these ideas to some crucial forensic scrutiny, right after which we tease out the creme de la creme of all these ideas and use that for the development of our people, our continent, our land. This is the Black Pot, the headquarters of the truth. Yes, this is the hometown of the truth, the bedroom of the truth, the habitat of the truth. This is the foundation of the truth. This is ultimately the truth. It's the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo, where we speak truth to power. And I am glad to say we are live on Facebook. We are also live on YouTube. You can also find us on Instagram, also on X, formerly called Twitter, and on TikTok. We keep ticking and talking with the gracious hands of patriotism. This is the Black Pot. Our numbers are scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. Maybe you have a story you want us to follow up on. We are more than just excited to do that. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo, where we speak truth to power. Come here. Now, my brother, my sister, today we have 7 very important stories to share with you. And we've been working in the background all this while. We're going to be running with the speed of light. I need you to be with us. Please share the broadcast. Recommend us to family and friends. Oh, call somebody to call yet another somebody and yet another somebody and tell them that Black Rasta is on with the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo, where we speak truth to power. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, hit on the subscription button. Right after that, on the notification bell, so that each time we are on, you will be reminded to watch. At this point, let me just give some reverence to our sponsors. Thanks so much to Tesori Doriente. Yes, Tesori Doriente. Hey, turn every single shower into a royal experience with Tesori Doriente. Now, Tesori Doriente It's more than just a shower gel. It's extraordinary. My brother, my sister, it's Italian technology coupled with African raw materials, giving you that premium quality made most affordable. Now pour a little bit of Tesoro d'Oriente in the middle of your palm, shake up the bath water, and watch how the foam grows into a rich lather. Oh God, let it nourish your skin. It is also an insect repellent. And after just one shower for 48 hours and beyond, you still are smelling like the Garden of Eden. Tesoro d'Oriente comes in so many different fragrances. And we don't say flavors because these are natural. We have the Ikigai, the Karma, we have the Forest Therapy, we have the Royal Oud, we also have the Persian Dream, and even more. Which one suits your skin? I love the Royal Oud, and I also love the Persian Dream. No two ways about that, but my favorite is also the Forest Therapy. My brother, my sister, every day I discover more and more favorites. This is Tesoro d'Oriente. It is soft, it is smooth, it is silky, and it has that long-lasting oriental fragrance and that rich lather. Is there a new guy in town you want to mesmerize? Or is there a new girl you need to talk to? Tesoro d'Oriente, just one bath is enough. Oh my God. Are you going for an interview? Tesoro d'Oriente, just one bath and you are good. Hey, it is proudly distributed in Ghana by Deâth Limited. Oh Lord. Now for bulk purchases and inquiries, call Deâth Limited on 0244 772599. This is Tesoro d'Oriente. Oh, Italian technology coupled with African raw materials. And we want to say thank you so much. We appreciate you. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonemo, where we speak truth to power. We are also sponsored by the kind courtesy of Millennium Insurance. Now, not every insurance is an assurance. Some of it may try to cover you like a plaster, but it's ultimately a disaster. That is why I am introducing you to your trustworthy partner, and that is Millennium Insurance. Now, what kind of insurance do you require? Is it the motor insurance policy, third party, or comprehensive? No problem at all. Hey, listen, maybe you want to insure your vehicle against burglary, against theft, against fires. No problem. Are you traveling outside the country? You need Millennium Travel Insurance. We'll take you in and bring you back safely. Hey, personal accident and group personal accident cover. No problem, 24/7 you are covered. Please visit our sales portal at sales.millenniuminsurancegh.com. Yes, sales.millenniuminsurancegh.com. And remember, our numbers are all over on the screen. Pick up the numbers and link up with your trustworthy partner. And when it comes to claims, everybody talks about Millennium Insurance. Some insurance may pussyfoot and stonewall, sometimes even delay unnecessarily. We don't do that. We make sure you have it. Remember, we are your trustworthy partner. We want you back on the right footing so you can start life afresh and strongly. Hey, when disasters strike, we are there to support you. Nobody is a preserve of calamity. Volcanoes. We might even have earthquakes, maybe even tsunamis. No problem with Millennium Insurance. Even fires, floods, we have that under control. Death, disability, we cover all that. Please just talk to us. Our numbers are on the screen. And again, yes, talk to us. Visit our sales portal, sales.millenniuminsurancegh.com, and everything is everything. I am insured by Millennium Insurance, and I'm most excited. It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonemo, where we speak truth to power. Today we have 7 very important stories to share with you, and I need you to come along. Please, one more time, share the broadcast, recommend us to family and friends, like the broadcast, and please make sure you share so many more people can be part of this. Story number 1. Watch this. World Cup Canada is over for Thomas Partey. Now, Thomas Partey is a very powerful player. Yes, he played for Arsenal in England some time ago. And people saw that this was a great footballer. Many thought it would be a flash in a pan. But for some time now, oh my God, it looks like his energy keeps increasing. For some reason, he was slapped with some rape charges. 4 women claimed that he raped them. And he is in court. He's out on bail. And that has rocked the Ghanaian superstar so hard. Now, because of that, some consequences are already slapping his cringing brows. This is Thomas Partey. Right now, he's not in England. He doesn't play in England. But he's had a stint in England where he made a big name playing in that beautiful country. My brother, my sister, Thomas Partey is a Ghanaian. He's one of the playmakers of the Ghanaian side at the World Cup, known as the Black Stars. Many Ghanaians are looking up to him to be able to commandeer, the forward line and even the midfield, charging forward to bank in goals. Not many people have so much trust for the skills of the Ghanaian side this time around, but with people like Thomas Partey and a few others, they can still nurse some level of hope. Thomas Partey is not going to Canada. And we all know that this time around, the World Cup is going to be played in 2 very powerful countries. In America and also in Canada. There is even a 3rd country that has been added. Oh my God, have mercy. My brother, my sister. So, it's a unique World Cup. Thomas Partey can play in America, but he cannot play in Canada because the Canadians have decided that he can't enter their country. They have denied him a visa. And many people are angry. Why have they denied him a visa? It's simple. He's been told that he has a rape charge against him. Not just 1, not just 2. There is also a 3rd and a 4th one. Rape against him. My brother, my sister, as it stands right now, it doesn't look like Thomas Partey is going to be able to make it to Canada. Yes, he will play the opening games, 2 of them in America. He will play against Croatia, play against England. They are coming head to head with England tomorrow. Now, tomorrow is Tuesday. They are playing, my brother, my sister, and it's going to be an interesting caboodle. Now, my brother, my sister, Thomas Partey, as it stands right now, will not be able to make it to Canada. Yes, Ghana is going to be playing Panama. And that's going to be tomorrow, Tuesday. Oh yes, in Canada. Right after that, Ghana is going to play England and also play against Croatia. 3 matches. These are the opening matches in the group stages. Oh my God, have mercy. And there you can see that clearly. So tomorrow, Tuesday, Ghana is going to jump into action. And England is going to also be there to face Ghana. Croatia is also going to be there to play. My brother, my sister, this is what it is as it stands right now. All right? Well, I'm told that it's on Wednesday, Ghana is going to be playing. Is that correct? Wednesday, Ghana is going to be playing Panama. Is that right? All right. Whatever it is what it is. But Ghana is going to be opening the whole game with Panama. Partey will not be playing. Then we have England coming on. Partey will play. Croatia would also be playing Ghana. And Partey, hopefully, will play that one. Now let us go into this. My brother, my sister. Thomas Partey has been slapped with 4 counts of rape. Their charges. He has not been convicted, but by Canadian laws, he would not be able to enter Canada. For what reason? Run the dossier. Let's look at this and open our eyes carefully and see if there's a chance for Thomas Partey. Now, Ghanaian midfielder Thomas Partey has been denied entry into Canada for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Now, this means he's expected to miss Ghana's opening group match against Panama in Toronto on June 17. Yes, June 17. Why has he been denied entry? Canadian authorities refused Partey's visa under their strict immigration laws. They cited unresolved criminal proceedings in the United Kingdom. The charges: Partey faces 7 counts of rape and 1 count of sexual assault involving 4 women. So get it right. 7 counts of rape and 1 count of sexual assault involving 4 women, according to the BBC. Now, he has pleaded not guilty to all charges. He is currently out on bail, and his trial is not scheduled to begin until June 2027, a whole year from now. That is when the trial is scheduled to begin. My brother, my sister. Now, under Canadian law, a person can be deemed inadmissible if they are reasonable. Yes, if there are reasonable grounds to believe they committed a crime, even if they have not been convicted. And that is what we're looking at. Listen attentively. Under Canadian law, a person can be deemed inadmissible if there are reasonable grounds to believe they committed a crime, even if they have not been convicted. Now, the Ghana government is furious about the decision and has launched a major diplomatic push to reverse it. Now, Ghana's Ministry of Foreign Affairs called Canada's ruling high-handed and extremely unfair. They argue that denying a visa based on unproven charges violates the basic right of being presumed innocent until proven guilty. My brother, my sister, and for that matter, Foreign Affairs Minister Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa has held urgent talks with Canadian officials, including Miriam Montrat, Canada's High Commissioner to Ghana. Ghana has also threatened legal action. But where is Partey now? He is in Boston, right there in the Black Stars camp, and he's awaiting when the Black Stars finishes the game against Panama, and they will come down and he might be able to join England. Now dash it away. Now let us go into this. Dash it away and come here. Now, my brother, it is sad for Thomas Partey. Very sad. Now, in this case, America has allowed Thomas Partey to come in. And it's very simple. It's because the Americans say until you are convicted of a crime, that crime does not stay on you like a tattoo. But the Canadians don't have that law. Their law is that even if you have not been convicted, if there is enough grounds, better still, if there are enough grounds, my brother, my sister, to point to the direction of your conviction or your partaking in a crime, they will not allow you. That means their law allows them to actually judge before the courts actually pronounce judgment. It's interesting. Many will not see this as democratic, but that is their law. They can just sit back and say, why would 4 women all of a sudden point at one person? Is he the only person? We believe that there's some level of crime, rape. For that matter, we will stand on that and deny Partey the chance to enter. But before this, even the English World Cup team was contemplating whether to shake hands with Partey or not at the World Cup. Remember, we said after Panama, Ghana will be playing England and Croatia. England is now looking at it, thinking about it. England has not yet decided whether Partey's hands would be shaken or not. All because they believe that Partey is in some level of criminality. They have also taken sides in one way or the other. Because by their law, until you are convicted of a crime, you are innocent. But they have put it in their heads that Partey in one way or the other is actually culpable. He is guilty. And therefore, they might shake hands with every member of the Ghanaian team. But when it comes to Thomas Partey, they will not shake his hands. And they are still contemplating. Until when they get on the pitch, we might not know exactly what they will do. But by the rules of FIFA, we are talking about fair play. Everybody is supposed to shake hands with everybody. If for one reason, somebody is on the pitch and he has a certain doubt lingering around his head, it is not enough a reason to say you will not shake hands with the person. As long as the person is on the field of play, you must shake his hand, whether you are his enemy or his friend. He has been cleared to come there, and he's not there on his own. He's there representing a whole nation. Will the English team shake hands with Partey or not? And above all, Ghanaians are not excited. They believe that Canada is not being democratic. And even Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa has released a press statement from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And this is what it is. My brother, my sister, asking the Canadian authorities to stop the high-handedness. Asking that Thomas Partey be diplomatically dealt with and be given the visa for him to represent Ghana. And Ghana is even threatening legal action. But as it stands right now, the gates are all closed for Thomas Partey. By the laws of Canada, he cannot enter. The Canadians believe that they have enough reason to say that this guy has committed the crime in one way or the other. But should Partey go to court and win his case, can he sue Canada? Yes, he can. Every country reserves the right of admissibility to allow you into their country or not. They can decide that they just don't want you in their country. And sometimes they might not even give you a reason. But for diplomatic reasons, they are supposed to at least give a reason and even give you the opportunity to go to court and deal with it. In this case, they have given a reason. That they have enough reason to point to the direction that though Partey has not been convicted, he probably, most probably, committed the crime. And therefore, they are not ready to allow him into Canada. Ghana is going to miss the services of the great player, but it's a lesson to all of us. It's time, my brother, my sister, to look at the nation, especially when we carry the flag outside our nation. We need to represent the nation. We become automatic ambassadors of our country, especially when we move out of the country. Every single bad behavior we put up is going to affect the nation in one way or the other. I'm not saying Thomas Partey has behaved badly. All I am saying is that we need to represent our country very, very well so that we won't have such cobwebs dancing around our heads and in our journey of service to our nation. To Thomas Partey, it's just one game. And to Ghana, it's just one game. What will happen, will happen. There are other players who would have the opportunity to also shine. The same way Partey was given the opportunity to shine. Ghana versus Panama. He will be out, but he will play. When England comes on, and when Croatia also comes on, certainly Ghana would proceed to the next stage. It's the Blakk Pot. aka Kokoshonamo, where we speak truth to power. Story number 2. Watch this. Xenophobia. South African musicians banned across Africa. Wait. Now, South Africa decided that they will take the law into their own hands. They have these pot-bellied rats walking on the streets, beating people by heart, inciting violence against so-called foreigners, breaking into their shops, looting and stealing from these foreigners, supposedly. My brother, my sister, the government of South Africa is not ready to think. These guys continue to walk on the streets, claiming to be demonstrating peacefully, yet they are holding spears, holding shields, holding clubs, and they claim it's part of their culture. Yet they cannot go on the plane with the shields and the clubs. My brother, my sister, yes, we are in South Africa. And if people are on such a demonstration and they are allowed to carry such weapons, then this is just recipe for disaster. That guy standing there with a pot belly was recently given a car because of his xenophobic behavior. And they put money in his accounts so that he can go out there and deal with the so-called foreigners. They started off by saying, you know what? Oh, we actually are not after documented foreigners. If you are documented, then it's okay. But if you are not documented, we ask you to leave. Then at a point, they said, it doesn't matter whether you are documented or not. Once you are a foreigner, leave. Even those married to South Africans and have started families, made children, hey, they say, leave. Everybody must leave. Go back to a country. Go back to a country. We hear this over and over. Now the other guy holding the shield, my brother, my sister, with that thing tied around his neck, is supposedly his assistant and is as brainless as his boss. They have no common sense. These are the guys, my brother, my sister, and these are the people who fight against Africans. Now, the minister, my brother, my sister, in South Africa in charge, has come out to talk about how South African musicians are losing money because they have been banned from playing in other African countries. And for that matter, they are trying to team up with the Minister of Culture so that this nonsense can stop. And South African musicians and some other such people will begin to make money again. Now, this minister is called Kubayi. Let's listen to Minister Kubayi talking about how South African musicians are suffering and how even some other well-meaning South Africans are going through hell because of these xenophobic attacks. Watch this.
One of the areas that we would have to look at as well, that has come to my attention as well, it's our artists. Majority of South African artists perform on the continent, and many of them are seeing their gigs being cancelled. So that's another impact of the work, because they benefit quite a lot. They perform on live performance events and everything. So they are receiving a thing. We've not been able to work together. So we'll definitely work together with arts and culture to understand the impact for them to get. But one artist did reach out to me to say all her gigs were cancelled on the continent. She was meant. This is an income lost by a South African. So the brand does get affected. And that's why part of what we are doing is to explain that South Africans are not xenophobic. South Africans are not calling, and we are also saying to South Africans, let's be responsible. And that's why let's deal with the issue of illegal immigrants. And that's why all the others are saying to us, South Africa, we understand what you are dealing with on the basis that these are illegal people, therefore enforce the law. And those that you have within the borders legally, please protect them like you'd protect South Africans. So that's the message as well that we continue to do. Hence, we are calling for vigilantism to be rejected by our communities, for attacks on foreign nationals, because they do, to a certain extent to others who are not even foreign nationals in terms of language and how they look. So it's those things that we do believe that it can even not only hurt the brand, but can hurt our social cohesion. It can divide us further in terms of our cultural diversity. We've welcomed our cultural diversity and inclusion and welcomed each other from different tribes and different communities. So if we don't deal with this both internally, it can also hurt us internally and externally.
This is the minister, Minister Kubai. South African musicians are beginning to go bankrupt. South African musicians who were booked all over Africa have now been banned in almost every country, even though not official. These South African artists are well known in South Africa and beyond. A lot of them have been banned. They are unable to play in Nigeria. They can't play in the Ivory Coast. In Ghana, nobody is showing interest. Ghanaians are even beginning to demonstrate against South African companies, even though the government has warned against such things. My brother, my sister, in our country, the government is respected. When the government says no, it is no. Not like in South Africa, where it is almost a puppy show. They are paying lip service to whatever is happening to the people. Now you heard Honorable Minister of State, Kubai, saying that, listen, musicians in South Africa are losing money. My brother, and it's just about a month or two. Imagine this going for about a year or two. She is talking about the fact that even other ethnic groups that are legally South African are being attacked on the streets, because some of the ethnic groups in South Africa, they look like foreigners, but they are not. So you will see a Hausa person and think that this probably is a Zimbabwean, yet it's a South African. You start to attack them, attack their businesses, and we have seen that all over the internet. How South Africans say they are South Africans, yet they are being attacked. They struggle to even prove that they are South Africans. Because in those countries, we have people who speak the same languages. They all look alike. We are the same people. Yet these South Africans, for a reason, believe that they live on an island. People like Jacinta and the rest of them believe that they can stand alone without the rest of the world. What foolishness. They say, don't support us. We don't need your support, so that one day you come and tell us that you supported us, and for that matter, we should open our gates to you. As if they live on an island. They don't understand. The common sense is gone. That no one country can stay, not America, not Canada, just stay without any other country being dealt with. You are not an island, you will crumble. Imagine Canadians or Americans living in America alone. They are not supposed to move out of America. They are supposed to stay in there. All the food that is not produced in America never gets into America. How is America going to look like? That is what is going to be happening to South Africa. Their businesses are targeted all over Africa and all over the world. The whole world is angry with South Africa. Yet these xenophobes, that pot-bellied guy and his assistant, and Jacinta and all those people whose faces look like the faces of Satan's wives, do not care what happens to generations that come after them. And it's sad. Today the minister has come to speak. Musicians are crying. People in the arts are crying. South African culture is so admired across Africa and beyond. People are booked left, right, and center from South Africa to portray the culture. Now all those bookings have not only been stopped, those that were even booked have now been cancelled. Not only in Togo, not only in Nigeria, not only in Zimbabwe, but all over Africa. And the whole world is coming in against South Africa. How do you survive? Such ingrates, ungrateful people, they don't want to be reminded that, oh, this person did this for you some time ago. I don't remind people about what I do for them. But when the need arises, it is just okay to tell them, remember this. And that's what the world is telling South Africa. Yet these few idiots who are on the streets misbehaving, beating people night and day, are not ready to reason. Now, there are musicians who they respect a lot, who carry a lot of energy, are being banned all over the world. And South Africa is beginning to feel it. Now, South Africa, if within just a month or two, you are beginning to feel the heat of your foolishness, do you have to continue? I'm asking. This heat, now that you are feeling it within just a month or two, do you have to continue? Now people are leaving your country for you. They have lost interest in it. You have dared them that they don't have any country aside this South African thing. Therefore, they should go home and die. They've gone back to their countries and see the predicament you have found yourself in. Any which way. I'm glad the musicians are beginning to speak in South Africa. I'm glad they are beginning to put pressure on their system. I'm glad that well-meaning people are beginning to talk to the dumb asses in South Africa so that they can stand on their 2 feet and respect the spirit of Ubuntu. It's the Black Pot, aka Kokoshonomo, where we speak truth to power. Story number 3. Watch this. Chairman Wontumi gets new lawyer amidst jail whispers. Many people have said that there's no way Chairman Wontumi will not go to jail. Even his own lawyer has developed cold feet. This is Chairman Wontumi. Oh yes, Chairman Wontumi. Oh my God. I don't envy Chairman Wontumi. I don't want to be a flea under his collar at this time. A few weeks ago, I met Chairman Wontumi, in a popular hotel right here in Accra. I had gone for a meeting, and he came out of the darkness, and he said, I catch you, And then, I've told this story before. We had a nice time talking, and he was so confident that the nation has no case against him, and that he was going to walk free. And he told me that he needed me to sit with him so he would let me into the case and prove to me that the whole thing was political and empty. But I know what I know. I have seen the dossier. I have seen exactly why Chairman Wontumi is in court. And I was wondering what his lawyers were telling him. Chairman Wontumi was so confident that he was going to walk free. And I became frightened at his confidence. Confidence is good. But when you become overconfident, it's no more confidence, it's foolhardiness. Can I say it again? I say confidence is good. But when you become overconfident, it's no longer confidence. It is called foolhardiness. When there is a house burning, and you run into it without protective gear, because you just realized that you had your favorite ice cream in the fridge. Therefore, you are going to rescue the ice cream, risking your whole life when you could buy 100 more of such ice cream next shop, a few meters away. That is not confidence. It's not bravery. This is foolhardiness. And that is what Chairman Wontumi probably was told by his lawyers. Lawyer Apia Kubi, Andy Apia Kubi, has always been his lawyer. I hear he's doing it pro bono. In other words, it's not charging him any money. He just decided to take on the thing because he's probably a member of the NPP and he wants to represent the party pro bono. Chairman WONTUMI had his accounts frozen. Therefore, he was not even able to get money to pay. So this man decided to do it pro bono. He started going on and on. Many people criticized the way he was going about the case. But this is a senior lawyer. Many have criticized him. Many have doubted his, skill as a lawyer. But he took it on. He granted interviews time after time. Oh, yes. Every court sitting, he came out and granted interviews. And he was always full of hope that everything would be okay. A few days to the delivery of judgment, he comes out to say that he wants to resign. Better still, he is resigning as the lawyer of Chairman WONTUMI. And the appeal could be files to withdraw as counsel for Chairman WONTUMI in the Summary Boy mining case ahead of court's July 3rd judgment. A few days. Chairman WONTUMI, you have gone to court all this while. Then all of a sudden, it's not like you are going back to court to argue anything. Everything closed. It's like when you are preparing for an examination. Then the examination day, you say that, well, you want to resign. You are no longer the teacher of these students. You have given up. You believe that your students are going to fail. You are a teacher who is preparing students for an examination. 2 days to the examination, you come out and say, you know what? I'm no longer the teacher of these people. I resign as their teacher. Why? Why? My brother, my sister. But many pundits of the game have said something. Anyway, the judge has thrown out the case and he says this man must continue to stay. After all, he went through the whole journey. Now, but this is the trick many people have said. This guy has realized that he probably has messed up the case and has had hints in the spirit that Chairman WONTUMI is going to jail. And therefore, if given another chance, he will handle the case differently. So therefore, it is good for him to step back now. I have resigned. To make it look like out of anger. What is his reason anyway? He says that the court was sitting too frequently. That was one of his reasons. The court was sitting too frequently. And the court, Ochina Court, a lawyer should be happy that the case is going very fast if you have all the facts. My brother, my sister, when you prepare for an examination, you don't mind if you are writing a paper every day or every other day because you are prepared. It's when you haven't prepared that after every paper you want to go and sit down and then finish reading up before going to examination. Oh, that's what happened to this man. Now we are told that the trick might be, now that this guy is gone, if the judge gives him the chance to go, Chairman WONTUMI would pick up another lawyer and he would go to court and say, what, you know what? Because the other lawyer left, it will just be fair to give me a chance to study the case one more time and come back to my Lord and present my case so that the whole thing will go round again. Go round again. Is it possible? Could it be the reason that this man realized that it was over? And therefore, for him to go back and ask for more time will not be possible. Because the judge had made it clear. July the 3rd, we will make pronouncements. But if I pull out and say I'm no longer Chairman WONTUMI's lawyer, Chairman WONTUMI can go for another lawyer. And this lawyer can now go forward and say, for the principle of fairness, can you give me time at least to prepare and come and give you at least a statement or two? But the judge said no. You were the one who coached the team all this while. Tomorrow, your team will be going to play, you cannot resign as the coach. Unless you have developed cold feet, you have given up, you are a coward, and you want to run away. But this is not the first time he's actually running away from Chairman Wontumi's case. He says he will handle the other cases. But the Summary Boy case, no, he won't do it anymore. Was it a trick to prolong the case? Did the judge read it properly and decided that no, you must still be there? But Chairman Wontumi has gone for a new lawyer anyway. And who is his new lawyer? Is the same guy handling Kobna Edubwaine, my own very good friend, the bald-headed lawyer with so much knowledge. Atachia, Samuel Atachia. This is the lawyer who himself is very hot. In the Kobna Edubwaine case, in court, he walked out on a sitting judge. And many people said it was very irresponsible for a lawyer to do that. So it looks like Chairman Wontumi's lawyers are lawyers who are just trying to pussyfoot and at the time even run away from the case. Chairman Wontumi appoints Samuel Atachia as new lawyer in Summary Boy case. But the trick, wherever it is, if it was meant to be a trick, the judge has read it from afar and said, no way. We will make pronouncements on the 3rd of July. Many Ghanaians believe that this is the end of the road for Chairman Wontumi. And even if Chairman Wontumi goes to jail on this Summary Boy case, he still has 2 more court cases hanging around his head. The Exim Bank and one other. Is Chairman Wontumi ready for this? If Chairman Wontumi is innocent, as we always say, may he walk. If he's not, may the wide arms of jail open to swallow him in. Is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushodemo, where we speak truth to power. When we return, we got more. Hey ya! Hey yo! Wayo!
Sometimes you just need a moment for yourself, a moment to slow down, feel the water, and let the day fade. Tesori is more than just a shower. It's a moment of pure calm, smooth, creamy, and relaxing. With forest therapy, Persian dream, royal oud, thalassotherapy, ikigai, fior di loto, and karma, all in convenient 500 milliliter bottles. There's a Tesori scent to fit every mood, every moment, every kind of you. Feel the lather on your skin. Breathe in the aroma. Let stress melt away and just enjoy the calm. You don't just feel clean. You feel refreshed, confident, and yourself. Tesori d'Oriente. Luxury is a feeling. For bulk purchases, contact Daddy Ash Limited on 0244 772599.
Tesori d'Oriente.
Blakk Pot, Kukushodemo.
It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushodemo, where we speak truth to power. Now here we don't criticize, but if we must, it would only be on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. Oh my God. Please share the broadcast. Hit on the like button. Oh yes. And of course, on the notification bell so that each time we are on, you will be reminded to watch. Please subscribe. Story number 4. Watch this. Tears as finally South Africans want foreigners back. Wow. I chanced upon a number of videos on the internet. And I ran some checks in South Africa. And what I am hearing is not good at all. South Africans chased out Ghanaians. Ghana was the first country that went in there to evacuate its citizens. And we shocked the whole world. There are still some citizens there awaiting evacuation. Mozambique came in with buses because Mozambique is just next door. Zimbabweans are sneaking out of South Africa. And these xenophobes are being paid to visit people with harm. My brother, my sister, I saw a demonstration of some South Africans crying for Nigerians to come back, crying for Ghanaians and Zimbabweans to return to South Africa, because they have realized that these were some of the people who were creating the jobs and keeping society fluid. Watch this.
We're going to close the factories. What are we going to eat? Exactly nothing. But Africans are lazy, mama.
Yo, that's a big statement. That's a big statement to make, yeah?
We are here today. We're trying to save our jobs.
Are you local? Are you local?
We are locals.
And how are you losing your job?
We are losing our jobs because when they are taking the foreigners away, that's the foreigners who are giving us jobs. Yes.
So
we
in the
won't have jobs.
which are you in the clothing factories? Yeah.
Yes, we are in the clothing factories.
So I say that again. Are you saying that when they remove the foreigners, as the government is saying, you are going to be without a job?
Yes, we won't have jobs.
Why is that?
Most of the foreigners are machinists.
Right.
We don't have local machinists.
But people are saying machinists are everywhere. The machinists are everywhere.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
That's a lie.
Yes, that's a lie.
No, but when we post about the foreigners and the local, we can't get the locals to be machinists. They all tell us, no, the machinists are everywhere. Thousands. We are lying. Are you local guys saying that because the government is saying no? There are thousands of workers there.
Go to xenophobia. We need foreigners. They are our people. We understand. We understand foreigners. We are nothing. All we know as South Africans, we know how to cut the threads. That's all. But the foreigners, both of them, they know how to do the garments.
So darling, hold on. Please send a message to your president, Mr. Ramaphosa, and tell him what you just said now.
Mr. Ramaphosa,
Hold on.
Mr. Ramaphosa, you can't chase the foreigners. They are part of us. They are our people. If you chase them, we are nothing. The factories are going to be closed, and we're going to be poor. We are going to be hungry. We have children. What our children are going to eat? Nothing. We need foreigners.
I'm working on the factory almost 5 years. When we don't have a foreigners in the factory, we won't have no job, we won't have nothing. We will go poor. Foreigners will live here in South Africa. We won't have nothing. We won't have nothing. We need the foreigners here.
They can't even make one garment.
Who? Local.
South African people.
But you're a local, you're saying the truth. Is that the truth?
We've been trying to train them. Since last year, we didn't have one good machinist.
Not one.
To do even one garment.
But MK Labour just says ANC loses. There's plenty of people out there for machinists.
They're supposed to give us that people. One of them must come and bring one people to show us how to do the job. But they can't give us any one person to replace the foreigners. We can't chase somebody without a replacement. We have to find a replacement.
Foreigners must stay.
Yes! Losing money now. We're losing money. Our children are suffering. We're losing our piece of bread because Ramaphosa is not giving money.
Foreigners must stay. It's the foreigners who are doing all the work so that we can also stay on and work. These were the voices you heard. Could it be AI generated? Or could it be foreigners gathering together just to spread the propaganda? We are going to explain that in a bit. Now, there's another group out there also demonstrating. This time around with faces that are known all over South Africa. And they are also carrying the same message. Watch this.
We are marching for justice. We are tired of the exploitation that is happening, dehumanizing of other people or othering other people because we call them illegal. And our argument is that the right to dignity is for all people. It's not dependent on the border. It's not dependent on how someone sounds or where they are from. It's a human inherent right. What government is not telling people, or what the politicians are not telling people when they try and scapegoat migrants, is that these issues are an issue that is occurring because of their lack of delivering service to the people, right? It's not happening because a few people cross the border. So that's the truth that we are advocating for.
This demonstration is first and foremost a statement that the few xenophobes that are out there harassing migrants, scapegoating them for all the problems that we are not speaking for all of us. So we are saying, people from workers' movement, from communities, that we see our problems. Our problem is mass unemployment in this country. This crisis of factory closures, of deindustrialization. Many mines are closed that used to provide tens of thousands of jobs in our community. The idea that all of that, the 12.4 million unemployed people in this country are because of the migrants, is outrageous. We have problems in this country, and what we are saying is that government must stop scapegoating migrants. We are saying that the hate speech, the violence that is being meted on migrants must come to an end, and there must be an action on the part of those in authorities.
According to these people, the unemployment in South Africa is not caused by foreigners or migrants. All the big factories have closed down, a lot of them, and even the mines that used to employ tens of thousands of people closed down. We all remember the Marikana mines, when people were asking for a raise in salary. They were shot and killed only a couple of years back. My brother, my sister, these are the people demonstrating on the streets. Migrants are leaving. They are crying that they should come back because they have realized the folly of those pot-belly rats who go around making sure that they destabilize the whole nation. Now, the minister, Kubai, has made it clear. Fellow South Africans are even being attacked on tribal lines using this same nonsense of xenophobia. My brother, my sister, but we have more. One of those guys, his name is Fakel. This guy. Fakel Nkosikona Mbadadabandaba. Ndababandaba. That's this guy. No brains, empty-headed, foolish, no common sense. He's just making money out of this nonsense, growing his pot belly. He was interviewed by Face to Face Africa, and he swore that he has never hit anybody on the streets of South Africa who is a foreigner. Now, when he was pushed and shown evidence of him slapping somebody, let's listen to what he said. Watch this.
There's a particular video I want to show you. I think this is you hitting someone.
No, it's not me, it's AI.
This is you. It's a real video.
No,
this is you.
That is AI.
This is you.
That is AI.
This is you.
It's never been violent. And
you're slapping someone in this video.
Yeah. Okay. So I've hit a lot of people in my videos and in my matches. See, we are 5,000 men walking this direction, and when somebody is standing there and I'm hitting them, and they run back to the 5,000 people, that is our people. That is not somebody who's a foreign person. Because if 5,000 people are coming and walking towards you, and if I hit you, you should run the other direction or run away from the crowd. You can't be running into the crowd.
First and foremost, we've played a number of videos on this show where this man picks a whip and whips people on the streets. Now, he says that it's AI generated. Then he says, oh, you know what? These are our own people I'm hating. So which one is the truth? Is it AI generated? Or it is your own people you are slapping and they are running back to the crowd? But one of the chief xenophobes of South Africa, who is also a minister of state, is called Mackenzie Gayton. Mackenzie Gayton. My brother, my sister. And this guy is a minister of sports. He is also a politician in South Africa that many people know. Let me run you a quick dossier on this guy, and you will get to know exactly who I am about to introduce to you. He's a minister of state. Yet, in support of the nonsense that is going on, he's called Gayton Mackenzie. He's a South African politician, businessman, author, and motivational speaker who currently serves as the Minister of Sports, Arts, and Culture. You remember the last video we played you? From Honorable Minister of State Kubai, that says we will speak with the Minister of Arts and Culture so that South African musicians can now at least be booked again and the ban lifted after we have stopped the xenophobic nonsense. This is the man she was referring to. He's a chief xenophobe. That's him. Gayton Mackenzie. He has this empty blockhead, no common sense. And when he speaks, it's as if he's having fits, a bout of fits or epilepsy. Run the dossier. Now let's get to know this man better. And I'll play you a video that will shock you. He is also the co-founder and president of the Patriotic Alliance, PA, political party. He grew up in the Heidedal neighborhood of Bloemfontein. In his early 20s, he was convicted of armed robbery. Did you hear that? Convicted of what? Armed robbery. And I'll tell you something more. And spent 8 years in prison. He's now the Minister of Sports. A former armed robber is the Minister of Sports. I don't have a problem if he has changed. We all make mistakes. But watch this. He came to public attention in the early 2000s when he helped expose prison corruption. After his release, he completely turned his life around. He used his past experiences to become a highly successful motivational speaker and entrepreneur. He has written several best-selling books, including The Choice, The Gayton Mackenzie Story, and The Hustler's Bible. Mackenzie entered politics in 2013. That's 13 years ago. By launching the Patriotic Alliance, the party quickly grew into a crucial kingmaker in various local government coalitions. Before entering parliament, he served as the executive mayor of the Central Karoo District Municipality. Following the 2024 national elections, his party joined the coalition government. President Cyril Ramaphosa another stooge of an idiot, appointed him to the National Cabinet as the Minister of Sports, Arts and Culture in July 2024. This is the man we're talking about. As minister, Mackenzie focuses on bringing global sporting events to South Africa. Listen, global sporting events, foreigners, into South Africa. Improving local sports infrastructure and helping national teams grow. This is the man. Let's listen to what he says about the so-called foreigners in this xenophobic times. Watch this.
We will mass deport them. We will close businesses that hire illegal foreigners. We have no time. We don't want them here. We want them out of this country because our people don't get jobs. We're sitting in a country where 60% youth unemployment. 60% youth unemployment. And you tell me we still want to give Zimbabweans a job. It's going to end. I'm saying to you, 2024, something is going to happen here. And that something is the Patriotic Alliance. And we will not take money. We will not be bribed. We will not change our stance. They are going home.
This was an interview he granted in 2024. He was already advocating to have Zimbabweans go. Ghanaians go, Nigerians go, because he claims that they were causing unemployment. And this is a minister of state, minister of sports, arts, and culture. His name is Gayton Mackenzie, and he calls himself the honorable gangster because he was once an armed robber, jailed for 8 solid years. Now he has turned his life around. And he's as xenophobic as those other pot-bellied rats. This guy should have remained in prison, not Mandela. He spent only 8 years in prison. Listen to his utterances. As if somebody had poured acid on him. Look how he was talking. They won't give jobs to Zimbabweans, Nigerians. All the foreigners must go. Now foreigners are going. And you are calling them back. Nigerians are going. You are begging them to come back. Ghanaians are gone. You are begging them to come back. To those who have realized it and are asking all these people to return in the spirit of Ubuntu. These guys are well fed. They make a lot of stolen money. They are okay wherever they are, but you would be the sacrifice. They can build houses in England, in America, and when South Africa becomes hell, the hell that it was in the days of apartheid, they will flee, and you would be the goats and sheep led to the slaughter for the sacrifice. It's the Blakk pot, aka Kokushonomo, and here we speak truth to power. Story number 5. Watch this. Hidden details why SOPHIA AKUFFO resigned from Council of State. Woo! How many of us know SOPHIA AKUFFO? Justice SOPHIA AKUFFO. She's a learned woman, very principled. At a point, she was Chief Justice. Correct? This is SOPHIA AKUFFO. Hey. She resigned last year, 2025. Somewhere in September, we're told. But the government kept a tight lip, never announced it until now. The government has now brought to bear the resignation of this pretty woman, and it's reported all over Ghana, in all the newspapers. My brother, my sister, This is Sophia AKUFFO. Former Chief Justice Sophia AKUFFO resigns from Council of State. Now, the Council of State is responsible for the counseling of the president. Oh, yes. And at every point, there must be a former Chief Justice. There must be a former IGP and some other such people. Some of them elected into the Council of State. My brother, my sister, it's an honorable position to be able to advise the leader of the land. But why did she decide to step out? To those who don't know this pretty lady, let us run a quick dossier on that. Come here. And quickly, we'll look at why she probably resigned. This is Chief Justice Sophia AKUFFO. Her full name is Sophia Abena Boafua AKUFFO. She's a famous Ghanaian judge. She was the Chief Justice of Ghana from 2017 until 2019. She spent over 20 years as a Supreme Court judge. She's highly respected across Africa. She was born on December 20, 1949. Her family home is Ekropong Ekwapim in Ghana. Her father was a Presbyterian minister. She went to Parliament Hill School in London. Later, she went to Wesley Girls High School in Cape Coast. She got her law degree from the University of Ghana. She finished a barrister training at the Ghana School of Law in 1975. I was only 1 year old. She also holds a master's degree in law from Harvard Law School. Hey, powerful woman. Flip. She worked as a lawyer for 20 years. She worked for major companies like Mobil Oil Ghana. In 1995, President Jerry Rawlings appointed her to the Supreme Court. She became the longest serving judge on that bench. Rawlings. So that's NDC, right? Take a note. In 2006, she became one of the first judges at the African Court on Human and People's Rights. She served as its vice president and then its president until 2014. She was the first woman to lead the court. Did you hear that? President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo made her Chief Justice in 2017. That's what? The NPP. So from NDC, Rawlings, making her an appointee to the Supreme Court. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo made her Chief Justice in 2017. She worked hard to bring technology and solar power into Ghanaian courts. She retired from the court in the late 2019s. After leaving the courts, she continued to serve Ghana. In 2020, she became the leader of the COVID-19 National Trust Fund. She also became the chairperson of the University of Ghana Governing Council. In 2021, she has one daughter and 2 children. Now, after she left as Chief Justice, she had to be succeeded. And one of those who succeeded her included Gertrude Torkornoo. Do we all remember Gertrude Torkornoo? Now, Gertrude Torkornoo was there, put in there by Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Many were those who said she was biased. Many were those who said that she didn't live up to the billing of the job. Many were those who called for her head. Many were those who said she had performed abysmally. She was politically exposed in one way or the other, favoring the NPP. Meanwhile, her predecessor and maybe other predecessors had stayed away from politics. Imagine Sophia AKUFFO. Rawlings brought her in to the Supreme Court. Nana Addo brought her in as Chief Justice. If she was politically exposed, it would have been very difficult for two different opposing political parties like that to continue promoting her. True? But it wasn't so with Tokono. And they went to court. And then they filed everything. And they removed Tokono. One of the most vocal in the case of Gertrude Tokono, who was also a Chief Justice until recently, when she was booted out, was her predecessor. And we are talking about the Chief Justice, of course, former Chief Justice, SOPHIA AKUFFO. She supported Tokono, and she even called it a shame, removing her from the position. For her, it was not grounded in law, and it was a shame. Many said that she was playing the gender card. Others said, oh no, to hell with whatever she thinks. Could this be a reason? Run it. What could be the reason? What could be the reason? My brother, my sister, the presidency never announced it. Presidency waited until almost a year before announcing that SOPHIA AKUFFO is gone. How was it announced? Watch this.
First issue relating to reports of the resignation of Justice SOPHIA A.B. AKUFFO. I can confirm that indeed Justice SOPHIA A.B. AKUFFO has resigned from her position as a member of the Council of State. She submitted a letter in September 2025 to the President indicating her desire to resign. She did not disclose the reason for wanting to resign. When the President received the letter, he was required then to indicate his acceptance of the resignation. But at the behest of the Council of State, he had to hold on because they said they wanted to engage Justice SOPHIA AKUFFO to see if there was some grievance that she had that was informing the resignation and whether or not there was a way that it could be addressed. So they asked the President to hold on with the acceptance. But they got back and said that they had engaged, and as far as they were concerned, the resignation could be accepted. So the President has formally accepted her resignation, and she's no longer a member of the Council of State. The law is clear on what processes to undertake to replace her, and that is going on as we speak. So in due course, a replacement will be announced for Justice SOPHIA AKUFFO.
Justice SOPHIA AKUFFO, learned person, very principled. I like people who are principled, even if they are wrong. I love this woman. Now, you heard what Ofosu Kwakye said, right? Honorable. He said, when she wrote and tendered in the resignation, the President received it, and then the Council of State elders decided that no, they will sit on it. They will sit on it and deal with it. They wanted to find out from her what informed her decision. And when they met her, she told them what she told them. And Ofosu Kwakye brilliantly swerved that. Listen to his grammar. See, when the President waited for the Council of State members to come and report to him, they finally came and told him that they had met with former Chief Justice SOPHIA AKUFFO, and then he paused and realized that he was going to give out some very serious information. Then he said that it was okay to accept the resignation. That was how he went around it. Brilliant communication. He didn't tell us the reason, but she told the Council of State probably what reason it was. From where we sit, we can only conjecture. From where we sit, we can only look at the road that led to that thing. I'm going to run you a dossier. And that dossier is going to tell us more as to why she probably resigned. And you will see it, ditto, that it makes sense. This is Sophia Boafua AKUFFO, former Chief Justice of the Republic from 2017 until 2019. My brother, my sister, if the dossier is ready, run it. Watch this. Now, former Chief Justice Sophia AKUFFO did not officially give a reason in her resignation letter. When she stepped down from Ghana's Council of State, government officials confirmed that she submitted her letter to President John Dramani Mahama back in September 2025 without listing her reasons. However, insider reports and political developments strongly link her departure to a major disagreement over the controversial removal of the former Chief Justice Gertrude Torkornoo. The real reason behind her dissent. While her official letter was silent, her actions inside the Council of State paint a clear picture. Her actions in the Council of State. Yes. In April 2025, the council voted on whether there was a case to investigate and remove then Chief Justice Torkornoo. Out of 31 members, listen, 30 voted in favor of the process. Sophia AKUFFO was the only member who refused to vote, fiercely opposing the decision. Out of 31, everyone voted, hey, Torkornoo. But she was the only person amongst the Council of State. From that time, she started seeing herself as a lone ranger. I don't belong here. Everybody is on the same page except me. Why should I be here? If the whole decision of 31 people, 30 agree, and I'm the only one, then I don't belong here. It's principle. It's principle. Now, reports show that Justice AKUFFO argued heavily with other council members. She felt the move against Torkornoo was a shameful political push that threatened the independence of the courts. That's what she said. Flip. Now watch this. This is where all the news is. Right after that heated meeting, she completely stopped attending Council of State events and quietly handed in her resignation a few months later. Now look at the timeline of her exit and connect that directly to the judicial crisis. In her own words, shameful political push. April 2025. Sophia AKUFFO files the council's decision to probe Chief Justice Torkornoo and abstains from the vote, the only person. The same April 2025 onwards, she stops attending all council meetings. September 2025, she officially hands her resignation letter to President Mahama. June 2026, the government publicly confirms her resignation after news of her departure leaks to the media. Even though she kept her official reason private, her peers and political observers agree that she left to protect her principles and stand against what she saw as an unfair process. And of course, if you sit back and look at the Council of State, 31 members, only one person has a divergent view, then this person is probably the bad one out, or the odd one out, for want of a better term. So she decided that she doesn't belong here. In support of Torkornoo, she has given up on the Council of State. My brother, my sister, what do you think is the Blakk Pot, aka Kokushodemo? And here we speak truth to power. Story number 6. Watch this. Mother of murdered Ghanaian student curses Latvia with death, bloodshed at cemetery. Hey, there was this young man called Nana Yao Asia, simply called Nana J. This dreadlocked boy. He had a scholarship to study in Latvia. He was happy to go there. But when he arrived, he realized that he wasn't able to gel with some of his classmates and even dormitory mates. Several times he sent voice notes to his mother, complaining about how he was treated there. He claimed that the people were racists. And there was a time he even said that he suspected that his food was poisoned and it landed him at the hospital. He had lost interest in the university. In fact, we've run a whole story on him before. If you missed out on that, go back to our broadcast and you get the full information. But to suffice it now, the mother was making arrangements to get him out of the university. He always wanted to return home. He didn't like the university anymore. Racism. At a point, he even said some of his friends tried to kill him. Before he died, he wrote the names of some of these people. He finally died. And the Latvian authorities said he actually committed suicide by jumping from the top floor to the ground. My brother, my sister, this is Nana Yao Asia, aka Nana J. It was a very emotional time when his body was brought into Ghana, the funeral, the crying, and all that, so emotional. I honestly don't want to revisit that. Now, Honorable Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa started to follow up on this issue. He flew all the way to Latvia and engaged his Latvian counterparts. They promised a speedy investigation. My brother, my sister, now some information is coming out. The family is not happy about it. According to the mother, they said that her son committed suicide. But what information do we really have about Nana Yao Asia? Run the doors here. And what have authorities seen in terms of the investigation? Watch this. The suspicious death of 18-year-old Ghanaian student Nana J. Oduro Asia in Latvia has triggered intense diplomatic tension and public outcry. The teenager, an electrical engineering student at Riga Technical University, died under highly mysterious circumstances. The incident has sparked major investigations involving both Ghanaian and Latvian authorities. Now, this is where the problem is. This is the official narrative from the university. Latvian local authorities initially claimed that Nana J died after falling from a 6th-floor window of his apartment building. 6th floor, bang to the ground. But look at what they saw. The family disputed that. The student's family strongly rejects the suicide or accident narrative. They shared a chilling voice note that Nana AJ sent days before his death, in which he claimed he had been poisoned. Furthermore, his father reported that the body showed multiple bruises, but no broken bones, which contradicts a 6-story fall. You can't fall from the 6th floor and not break at least a finger. What's the suspected motive? The tragic case has sparked widespread uproar amidst allegations from community groups that the student may have been the victim of racially motivated attack. Because of the family's intense demands for justice, the Ghanaian government stepped in directly. Flip. The body was repatriated to Ghana for burial. A high-level Ghanaian delegation, including forensic experts from Ghana, a pathologist and lawyers, traveled to Latvia to demand answers. What a country. We sent our own pathologists, lawyers, and even forensic experts via the Foreign Affairs Ministry, headed by Samolu Kujita Blakk. Were you ever told that? Following these meetings, Latvian authorities officially stripped the local police of the case. They placed the probe under the direct supervision of Latvia's Interior Ministry and assigned a brand new team of investigators to uncover the truth. The Minister of Foreign Affairs has promised to pursue the matter until all questions are answered. But look at this. The final forensic report regarding Nana Ejai's death has not yet been released. But key official findings strongly contradict the initial claims made by the Latvian people. And we told you that already. Falling from the 6th floor and not breaking bones. And then family said he was poisoned. They looked into Flip. They looked into it. They couldn't find any poisons in the body. So no broken bones. Oh yes, no broken bones. And at the same time, before his death, Nana Ejai sent a chilling voice note to his family to say that, oh, blah, 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 he was poisoned. Early medical reviews reportedly confirmed the presence of an unknown toxic substance in his system. Meanwhile, Latvian authorities said there was no poison. No poison was found. But we found an unknown toxic substance in his system. Despite this, local police initially released the suspects without a proper inquiry. Yes. What is happening now? The government of Ghana is still following up on this. The pathologists and the forensic experts are also teaming up with the Latvian authorities to get to the bottom of this. But the family has waited. There's a new leadership. The case was stripped, and now somebody else is handling the case. The Ministry of Interior is handling this issue. Nana Ejai's mother herself has traveled to Latvia, submitted a formal statement to ensure his final messages regarding the poisoning are part of the permanent criminal record. That's it. My brother, my sister. Nana Ejai's family has waited and waited and waited. The Latvian authorities are delaying. Nobody's telling her anything. She's not getting justice. She has run to the cemetery for justice. She spoke in Twi. When we return, we'll tell you exactly what she says at the cemetery. Watch this.
It's a communion wine. Communion wine, the meaning is Bible. And you use Christ on additional. Send your share the banana Jamoja, and the Cramoja. You share woman and share. Obi Biaro Nimaja will be. Send your Moja go for me. Send and the Moja go from our generation to generation. Hey, there is nothing they can do to please me. You're my Jeffrey in some now song. Abraham is share. What I go. Send a Latvia buy. Latvia mind. Send your mama boss, I would deny me justice. I would deny me insurance. Me walk out me money to play and in the back room. Send a Latvia buy and walker. Send your me sunu Latvia buy. Me nana no a travel in our wish Africa was some. I won't Latvia buy no who said people will be sick. Say me share my jago for ma. Omumoja and shegu. And Kualano wouldn't who be no. Oh, massiful, Sano Mumoja, and Shiabu. Me name's Dan and Aje, I won't want a beta. Me carry na neje 4.9. Ye pay me abesi me to. Dr. Paulina Jimmy war. Send me na neje PFI ba no. Erade. Sa no mu so mu wo enye. So mama me yewa o ye oni omundi. O mama me so o so ni mu omundi. LATVIA by enkwala na enim hu bi no. E mo mu hu nto mo da. A police fo na o mu tro ni suicide no. Sa na suicide eni omundi. A police fo e deny insurance fo e deny na neje insurance no. Sa ana nyankopon ni ahohu betwa wo hia e deny omo. Omo so enche mi so. Omo bre enche mi bre.
Well, she said she gave birth to her son at Nabita Hospital, and he weighed 4.9. He was so big, she had to go through cesarean operation, and she was cut all the way down to her anal cavity before the baby could come out. It's the same pain that LATVIA would go through. All the police who lied that he died from suicide, they would all die by suicide. And the students who had a hand in the death of a son, they will die same way and even worse. And it will end there. Their families and generations yet to come after them would also suffer from this case. She calls for blood on the whole of LATVIA. The government, they will see bloodshed. They will see suffering. And she was pouring that. And that was communion wine, red in color, right at the graveside of her son. She says they have denied her insurance. She spent a lot of money to fly the body in. She got nothing for it. And she couldn't get justice as well. But she's calling on the gods of Africa to come and deal with the Latvian situation. And that she's never been healed. My brother, my sister, will the case work? In Ghana, we believe. Wabodua and Anyedua. Wabodua. The curse is out there. But the Latvians may just laugh at this and say that this is primitive behavior. What do you think? Is this primitive behavior? Does the woman need some counseling? She certainly does. She needs a psychologist to talk to her. At this time, when you lose a dear person, you need nothing but love. May we find justice for the NJ, and at the same time, may the culprits suffer. That's if there's any wrongdoing in there. And everything points to the direction of a wrongdoing. Our prayer is that the Ghanaian people will rise and demand justice. As they say, justice delayed is justice denied. It's the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. When we return, we have a final story. Hey ya! Hey yo! Hey! Wayo!
Blakk Pot, Kukusho, man.
It's the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. Kukushonamo. And here we speak truth to power. At this point, I want to say thank you so much to our sponsors. Oh, yes. Thanks so much to Tesori Doriente. Hey, turn every single shower into a royal experience with Tesori Doriente. And also to Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner. Please share the broadcast, like the broadcast, and subscribe to the channel. I invite you to please subscribe to the channel and hit on the notification bell so that each time we are on, you will be reminded to watch. Above all, our numbers are scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. Your business will fly all over. This is the biggest when it comes to Pan-Africanism online. And of course, patriotism. It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. Story number 7. Watch this. Joseph Yamin threatens EOCO boss, Raymond Archer. Now, Joseph Yamin is the national organizer of his party, the NDC. He's a fine gentleman. I love him. Yeah, I love him. I met him once, all my life at Joy FM. And then he looked at me with so much respect. I can tell when people look at me with respect. And when they look at me with disdain, yes, this is Joseph Yamin. He's partly from the north and partly mixed blood, Lebanese. Now he is the national organizer of his party, the NDC. He's a good communicator. He speaks well. He's a bold guy. Now, it came out that he was engaged in Galamsey, this guy, with Abanga and some other people. And we brought the story out. In fact, Dr. Dominic Akuritinga Ayini, the cigar-chomping Zwarungu boy, who is the Attorney General and Minister for Justice of the Republic of Ghana, made it clear that he had asked for a probe, an inquiry into the Galamsey shenanigans of Yamin as ordered by the presidency. For me, I thought it was a great thing. My brother, my sister, our own party people are being probed. But Yamin has sat down all this while. There was the initial allegation, yet for some time now, nobody has really come out to say, hey, Yamin, this is it, this is it, this is that. Yamin thinks that this has slowed him down. It has made him limp. He's now concentrating on farming rather than his political party's activities. He said he can no longer go and sit on any radio or TV talking party issues because he feels that his party hasn't dealt with him properly. Better still, well. Now, I first chanced upon this as reported by Ghana Web. And this was what Ghana Web said. I would have been too harsh on Raymond Archer if not for his probe into me, Yamin. When I saw this, I told myself, what does Yamin mean? Run the story and watch this. Now, the national organizer of the NDC, Joseph Yamin, has stated that he has relaxed on Raymond Archer, executive secretary of the Economic and Organized Crime Office, EOCO, because of Archer's ongoing investigation into his alleged involvement in illegal mining activities, popularly known as Galamsey. According to Yamin, there are several pressing investigations that EOCO should be pursuing, but the office has been slow in addressing them. Speaking in an interview on a YouTube channel, excerpts of which have circulated on social media, Yamin remarked, if I start talking, I will be too harsh on Raymond. Why is it that after all this time, you have been given the position to investigate some of these matters, but to no avail? To me, Raymond's investigations are slow. Dash it away. My brother, my sister, Raymond has been asked to investigate. And we all know who the blue suit wearing capo is. Capo di tutti capi. And according to Yamin, this is the man who is supposed to exonerate him. He's the man who is supposed to come out and say, hey, he's clean or he's not clean. And the more this man sits on the case without investigating it, the more the doubt continues to linger around his head. And for him, he wanted to be harsh on Raymond. But because of the case, he wants to slow down and see how Raymond Archer is going to deal with the issue. My brother, my sister. But aside Raymond, the threat actually came on the hotbed of the NDC. And I need you to listen to Joseph Yamin threaten his own party. And when we return, we'll find out if he has made sense or he's just riding on a horse of emotions. Watch this.
What I'm saying is that government should come out very fast. And I say, the longer it stays, I'm going to say, and a it's also weakening your strength. And are you so confident? Yes, because there's nothing that can come out of the report. And I'm confident I'm TVP. But the people that are being investigated are more slight at the you see that quiet. It kills their political career, whether it was an agenda be at me or whatever, whether it's from my own party, whether it's from outside, I don't know. But I think that in the earliest time government comes out with a report, the better for the government, because in no time, my name is lawyers, I can be area. I'll sue the government. Of course. So if government fails to clear my name, I'll clear it myself. And one way I make quite clear on myself, I am going to run down a certain government. And unfortunately, it's going to be my own government. But I mean, my own government in if there's something wrong, we are ready. Say government should, whatever. The evil that men do lives after them. Yeah. But if it is not, the government should come out and tell the whole world. Who are the ones behind the directive from the president? We have to ask. So when am I president, the briefing. Okay. Am I president, Masa directive?
Joseph Yamin. He said, EOCO is delaying in exonerating him because he knows that he is innocent. But EOCO is not giving him the opportunity to ride on his innocence officially. For that matter, he's spoken with his lawyers and he's taking his own party, the NDC, to court so that he will clear his own name if the party is not ready to clear his name. And this is where the threat is. Raymond, if you are delaying to investigate me, then I don't have a problem with you. I have a problem with whoever has employed you. He said on Wednesday, he is ready. Yes, to go to court. This is Joseph Yamin. This interview, I was told, was granted on Wednesday. My brother, my sister, by Ambassador TV. My brother, my sister. Joseph Yamin says he has spoken with his lawyers and they are going to court, taking the NDC to court, his own party. But this is where the biggest threat is. He said in court, he will run down his own party, a certain government, his own government. It's a threat. It's a threat. It's the same thing Komno Edugboahin did. Oh, I work with the national security. If you try to prosecute me, then national secrets will come out. It's like a blackmail, isn't it? But the Attorney General still said, no, you go to court. And they are in court. And the case is almost done. YAMIN says, clear my name now. If you don't, I'll take the party to court and I will expose my government. It's blackmail. Plain and simple. I understand that YAMIN wants to clear his name. If EOCO has no case, or if EOCO cannot find anything, or if EOCO is so busy investigating other cases, then at least YAMIN cannot push and force EOCO to leave all other cases and go there. He can only write a petition to the president and to the Attorney General and say, Mr. President, you asked EOCO to investigate me via your Attorney General. It's been over a year now, getting to 2 years. Looks like nothing is happening. Because of that, I can't do any party work. And I want to believe that if this is not done speedily, it will cripple my political career and ambition. No. He rather goes to grant an interview. I'm going to sue my party. I've spoken with my lawyers. And in court, I'm going to run down a certain government. And that government will be my government. Joseph YAMIN, with all respect, I know you want to clear your name, but those utterances are blackmailish. So right now, if the president hears, oh, he says he's going to run down my government. Wow, what does he know that I don't know? Hey, EOCO, please say you are finished with the investigations and that he's free. And RAYMOND won't do that. He's a man who will not say things that he doesn't believe in. I don't just get up and support and trust a man like that. I must look at the dossier, the credibility, what they have done in the face of temptation and danger. So YAMIN, much as you want to clear your name, I think from where I sit that you are blackmailing the government. You are threatening EOCO, threatening the president in a blackmail style and fashion. My very good brethren, Mustafa Bande, has put his head on the chopping board. And he has told me time and again that YAMIN has never been involved in any galamsey. And that he can vouch for him and stand anywhere and say that. Abanga also told me the same thing. These are people I respect. I have no reason to believe that YAMIN did galamsey when these two guys that I can at least give some credibility to told me that they are not engaged. But Abanga himself was fingered in the same galamsey thing. I don't think Abanga will call me and say, Blakk Rasta, what they said is true. But for the benefit of the doubt, may the investigation start. Maybe investigations have started already. Just that YAMIN has not been invited. I believe that Capo di Tutti Capi, the blue suit wearing capo of EOCO, bring his photo, bring it here, will make sure that the needful is done. Salute, Capo di Tutti Capi. Dash is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo. And here we speak truth to power. At this point, I want to say thank you so much. I appreciate you and I love you. It's been a long haul, 2 hours of serious business. I want to say thank you. I appreciate you. Okay? Continue to share the broadcast and hit on the notification bell after subscribing. Our numbers are also on the screen. Do business with us. Maybe you have a story you want us to follow up on. We will do justice to that. Okay? Let's see your comments and we are out of here. Ben Azu says it's time. Nana Ogumpawa says, my greetings to spiritual president. Nana Obidiaba, more fire. Hamdi J. Floyd says hi. Jason Stratz says fire. Hamdi J. Floyd says fire. Hamid Sule says, Salam alaikum, Blakk Rasta, watching you live from Afenia, Jerusalem. More fire. More comments coming in. And we have Osai Beidou says, come here. the Black Port, aka Kukusho, Agova Wisdom, says, you are welcome, Black Rasta. Please, how was your weekend? Wish to see you every day. Share. Call a friend to call a friend to call yet another friend to call another friend that the Black Port is in motion. One Rasta bakupe, mpese bakupe, kukusho. Black, enough respect to you. Seydou Isaka says, greetings from Nippon, Tokyo. Thank you so much. More comments coming in. Barham Suleimana, aka Ras 440, says, greetings from Yendi, More Fire. Jeff Abraham says, it is Thursday and not Tuesday. Oh, the match is rather on Thursday. Oh, that's the England match. Yes, you're right. Thursday. Wednesday is the Panama match, right? And then on Thursday, the following day, we are playing again. It's not possible. Okay, next Thursday. All right, we hear you. Johannes J. Modiba says, the game is not tomorrow, bro. Okay, hey, wow. Stella Wilson Anand says, congratulations. F4 Yesu tosses Black. Our match is on Wednesday, not tomorrow. Wow. Hey, people are listening. People are sharp here. Yeah, we corrected it. Yeah, my producers quickly said, no. You know, I'm in the spirit. You know, I want the match to come quickly. And Nikolai says, PARTEY should be the first to stand before the goalkeeper. And if the English team fails to shake him, all Ghanaian players should avoid shaking English hands. Okay? It makes sense. He should be the first person. Or he should be made the captain. So that, you know, you have to shake the hands of the captain before you take the pension, right? The pendant. And if you don't do that, that means there's no match. Alajibu Yurubu Shal Sabulugu says, good evening, Black Rasta. Watching you live. Warrior Ras Okoko Fisun Moon says, come here, watch this. Dash. And he says, this is the Black Port, aka Kukushodemo, where we speak truth to power. Angel Sam says, greetings. Anthony Kukuche says, from Dallas, Texas. Ras Okoko Fisun Moon says, our Africans, better still, see Africans, they haven't seen anything yet. Okay? And then we have, I can't see the name. It says, my regards, Professor Blakk, representing Akosombo Totibo. Sorry about that. I can't see your name. Okay? Alfredo says the government is the problem. It refuses to stop it from the word go. It serves them right. Agbova William says, Blakk, please, so where was the minister when it was happening? Ask again. Philip Yao Domejo says, patriotic general and grandfather of the truth. My salute to you, Blakk. Please, why is it that our sports minister went for a prayer at that worship center called One Chance? We don't need a devilish prophecy before the Black Stars give us all that we need from them. Patriotic efforts can give us the winning goals. During Tunisia 94, Cup of Nations, Zambian people put all their patriotic efforts, even though they lost their main players. Thanks, Blakk. Well, I mean, Second Chance has followers. They will tell you that you haven't been fair to them. You are calling them devil worshippers. So please, give respect to all faiths and all religions, okay? Zuera says, large up, Blackie. Barry Maha says, welcome the king. Hope your weekend went well, inshallah. My love. Nathan says, welcome to the powerhouse of the truth. We love you, Black Rasta. Keep the fire burning. Rap Thunder says, welcome, legendary Blakk. Henry Atia says, welcome, Blakk. How was your weekend? Good? And he says, my greetings to the good people of Bolgatanga. Henry Atia says, fire, Kali Blacks. Says, welcome, Black Rasta. Surely goodness and mercy will protect you for the good work that you're doing for God and country. Keep it up. Reggie Okine says, the intro to this program is spiritual and African. Thank you so much. Kwajo Israel says, I'm watching you from Ghana, Volta region. Thank you. Henry Atia says, for MPP, never again. We may consider them in 2052. All right. At this point, I want to say thank you so much. Well, we have a last one. Rap Thunder says, first class of the week, our country or nothing. always looking cute in your African outfit. We love you, legendary Blakk. Henrietta says the black pot is cooking Bolgatanga TZ today as you are invited. Thank you. Ameto Michael says, hey, our country or nothing. And Michael Nuwachi says, greetings, Blakk. JDSGH says, greetings, Blakk. We are live. Warrior. Country or nothing. Warrior. Blakk speak truth to power. Nobody is bigger than the truth. Warrior. Yakubu Ansa says, I am so much fortunate to watch you live today. Blakk Rasta, how are you doing? I like you so much. Yakubu Ansa, thank you so much. We start at 6 o'clock or a little after 6. Make sure you catch us every day, Monday to Friday. We love you. And please subscribe to the channel and hit on the notification bell so that each time we are on, even if you forget, you'll be reminded to watch. Okay? A.B. Kumasa says, hi, Blakk. And then Black Soil Media says, they are so unfair. A.B. Kumasa returns and says, he uses Bola everywhere. It's a shame. Who uses the Bola everywhere? Let me know. Black Soil Media says they will be blamed for our loss. Anyway, it's the Black Pot, aka Coco Shonemo. And I want to say thank you so much for coming along. We appreciate you and love you. On behalf of the team here, we want to say we love you and we appreciate you. We catch you again tomorrow, same time, 6 p.m. sharp. Until then, hey-ya! Hey-yo! Wayo! Come on!